the third kind of parameters in a macro, that is called as default parameters. Default parameters are usually keyword parameters but with a default value. That is, in our macro call we need not write the actual value. Okay, so or if we do not write the actual value, then the default value is considered during expansion. So how do we write default value, or how are the default parameters written? Like how we write keyword parameters, very similarly we write default parameters. We will write an ampersand and we will write the name of our formal parameter, put that equal to sign, and then it will be followed by the default parameter. So if you look at our macro INCR, we see that there are three parameters. The first one is a keyword parameter MV, the second one is also a keyword parameter INV, and the third one happens to be a default parameter, okay, and the default value happens to be deregister. So I have just given two kinds of macro calls here below in the code. The first one actually I have overwritten this default value, okay, so I have given a value for the register. I am saying consider B register, okay, and in my second macro call I have not sent any value for the register variable, which is over here. That means in this case the default value has to be taken, okay. So expansion is very similar to the keyword parameters that we've seen in the previous examples or the previous video, except that the default value will be considered first. If in the macro call the actual value is written, then it gets overwritten. So we'll just look at how the expansion is done if macro contains default parameters. So the macro processor will first see this keyword macro, and it knows that the first word following this keyword macro happens to be the name of the macro. So it makes an entry into this MNT and we write it as INCR. Then we need to see the parameters and enter the count into this macro name table. Okay, the first parameter happens to be keyword parameter, so this means that there are no positional parameters, so we write hash pp as 0, because I've already mentioned that if the macro contains positional parameters and keyword parameters, then positional parameters have to appear before. And how do we know that MV is a keyword parameter? Because it consists of this equal to sign. So there are no positional parameters, so hash pp becomes 0. Now if you look at this prototype statement, the first parameter is a keyword parameter because of this equal to sign. So entry has to be made in two places. Okay, the first one will be in the keyword parameter, and we are going to write there as we will write the parameter name ampersand MV. Now there is no default value associated with MV, so it is left blank. The pointer is incremented by 1. Entry is also made in this parameter name table. Okay, whether it is keyword parameter, whether it is positional parameter, or whether it is parameter with default value, entry has to be made into the PN tab. Then once entry is made into the PN tab, the PN tab index or the pointer is incremented by 1 and hash kp becomes 1. At this time you can also set the kp dpt, and that is 1 because this macros INCR keyword parameters start from index 1 in the kp tab. Okay, then comes the next parameter called as INV. Okay, so INV again is a keyword parameter, but it does not contain any default value, so we will make an entry into the kp tab. So we write here as INV, it does not contain any default value, and then we increment the pointer by 1, and we also make an entry in our parameter name table, and we write it as INV, and then we increment the pointer by 1. Okay, and then we increment this hash kp by 1. Okay, so it becomes 2. So that means that there are two keyword parameters belonging to this macro called as INCR. Next it looks at the third parameter. The third parameter again is a keyword parameter, but it contains a default value. So it makes an entry into this keyword parameter default table, and it will write the parameter, and this time we are having a default value, and the default value happens to be register. Increment the pointer by 1 and also make an entry in our PN tab. So we will write here register, increment its pointer by 1 and increment hash kp by 1, which becomes 3. After that we see that there are no more parameters in this list, so we can write hash ev as 0, no expansion time variables. What is the current index value of macro definition table? It happens to be 1, so we write here 1, and SSTP also is set to 1. Okay, then we go to the next line. Okay, the next line sees we see that it's a model statement, so we have to make this entry into this MDT starting from position 1. So we write here as move r. Okay, and I told you in place of the parameters we will write them as we will refer them with their index value depending on their value, depending upon the number that is associated in PN tab. So if you look at the register, it is having number 3 and MV is having number 1. So we will write here P, okay, comma hash 3 comma P comma hash, okay, 1. So this is how we do this, and then we write this, increment the pointer by 1. We go to the next line. It's a model statement, so we have to make an entry into our MDT. So we write here as add, and what we see here is next again it's a parameter. So the first one is register, whose index value is 3, and second one is INV, whose index value is 2 in the PN tab. So how are we supposed to write this? We write this as P comma hash 3, okay, and then we write here P comma hash 2, okay, and then we increment the pointer by 1, which is 3, okay, 2 because INV is at position 2 in PN tab. Then we look at the next line and we see that it's a movem statement, so it's a model statement, so we have to make an entry. So we write here move m, okay, and what do we see? We see that we have a register and MV. Register is 3, so we write P comma hash 3, okay, P comma hash 3, and then we write P comma hash 1, okay, and then we increment the pointer by 1. So what's the next line? The next line happens to be men, that also has to be entered into the MDT, okay, and we increment the pointer by 1, okay, and then we stop, okay. So the entry, the body of the macro is entered into this MDT, okay. So we see that there are no more macros in our program, okay. So we have to check whether there are any keyword parameters, okay. If hash kp is 0, then kp dpt also should be 0, but hash kp is not 0, so kp dpt value still remains the same. However, we don't have any sequencing symbols, so sequence SSTP is made as 0, okay. Then the first line following meant is start. This is compared with the name of the macro, which is INCR, and a match does not occur, so what it does is it copies that line as it is, okay. Next it compares DS with INCR, no match occurs, so we write this as it is in our expanded code. Next INCR makes a match here, so this happens to be a macro call, okay. So we have to prepare two data structures. One data structure happens to be MEC and the second data structure happens to be AP tab. So MEC will be what? The value of MDTP. For INCR, the value of MDTP is 1, so MEC will be set to 1, okay. Now when we prepare an AP tab, okay, we have to look at the count of hash pp plus hash kp, so that is 0 plus 3, so there will be totally 3 values in the AP tab, 1, 2 and 3, okay. So this is how these two data structures are prepared, okay. Now if we look at the parameters, we look at the first one called as register. it is having B register. Then we have a parameter MV which is having value A, and INV which is having B. Okay, now when we want to fill this actual parameter table and we are having default values, they are always filled first. So okay, so keyword parameter with default value will be filled first, then keyword parameters are filled, and then positional parameters are filled. Okay, so if we look at our KP tab, we have a keyword parameter who has a default value, so its entry should be made first in the table. Okay, so how do I make that entry? I told you we use this formula hash pp. Okay, and we look at q, that is its index in the KP tab, the KP dpt value and 1. Okay, so if you are considering for a register, okay, we see that hash pp, we see that hash pp is 0. Okay, and we look at q. Okay, q happens to be the entry in KP tab, so register is at position 3, so this happens to be 3. Okay, KP DTP is equal to 1. Okay, and this has to be in capital. Okay, just make it capital. Okay, and when we get the value, we see that it is 0 plus 3, okay, minus 1 plus 1, so this value is 3. So at the third position I'm supposed to enter the default value, and that default value happens to be D register, so we write this D register over here. Okay, so we write D register over here. So first the default value is put, okay, and then we will fill the keyword parameters, and then we fill the positional parameters. So if we look at this macro call now, okay, there are no more default parameters in this default table, so we have to just move to the macro call and try to fill the other actual values. The first one is a register, and the value happens to be B register, and C register happens to be a keyword parameter. So use the formula again. Okay, use this formula hash pp plus q minus kp dpt plus 1, and the position of and we get the position of register in AP tab at 3. So at 3, okay, it is already written as D register, but in my macro call the user has said that the register to be used happens to be or should be B register, so this value over here gets overwritten and D register becomes B register. Okay, so initially it was D register, but because in the macro call the user said I would prefer a B register, that value gets overwritten. Okay, so this is how default parameters work. Okay, next happens to be MV. Okay, so find its position, okay, using this formula of hash pp plus q minus kp dpt plus 1. So if you look at MV position is 1, so hash pp will be 0, 0 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1, so the value is 1. So we are talking about position 1. Okay, so in position 1 I am supposed to write this actual value. What is that? A. So we write here in A. Okay, and we look at the third parameter that is there in our macro call, INV. So use the formula to get its position, to place the actual value in the AP tab. Okay, so that is hash pp will be 0, q will be 2, kp dpt will be 1, and this will be plus 1. So the value comes out to be 2, and that is why we write here as B. So these are how the values are filled in the actual values are filled in our AP tab. Okay, so once that is over, expansion will start. We will write a plus to indicate expansion. So it says MEC value is 1, go to line number 1, and it says there's a move R statement, so we write a move R. Okay, and then it says P comma hash 3 and P comma hash 1. Now you have to look at the AP tab. So P comma hash 3 is B register. Okay, so we write here as B register comma P comma hash 1, which happens to be an A. So if you look at the AP tab, P1 is at A. Okay, next MEC value is incremented by 1, so it becomes 2. So we go to the second line, which is add P comma hash 3 and P comma hash 2. So we write here plus, okay, add P comma hash 3 will be B register and P comma hash 2 will be B. Okay, after that MEC value is incremented by 1, so this becomes 3. 3 means Look at the third line in MDT, that is move M. So it is move M P comma hash 3 comma P comma hash 1. Okay, so P comma hash 3 and P comma hash 1 would be, okay, so we write here plus move M, P comma hash 3 would be B register and P comma hash 1 would be A. So because see here in our AP tab, at 3 we have B register and at 1 we have A. Okay, then MEC value is incremented by 1, 4. So we look here, it is main. So there are no more lines to be expanded. Okay, so the expansion for this particular macro call is complete. Now it goes to the second one. So here again it sees, it compares INCR with the name of the macro and it sees that there's a match occurring, so it's a macro call, so it has to be expanded. So this is an example where the same macro can be called multiple times also. Okay, so what happens, again two data structures have to be prepared. Okay, so we prepare a data structure. The first data structure to be prepared will be an MEC. Okay, so MEC will be prepared and will require an AP tab. So I'll just copy this. Okay, and we don't know, till now we don't know how many values are there. Okay, so MEC is prepared. Okay, and MEC value is set to MDTP. The value of MDTP is 1, so MEC is set to 1. Okay, now I have to prepare this AP tab. So I told you, if you have any keyword parameters with default value, that entry should be made first. Okay, so I have this from KPDPT. We go to this KP tab and we are going to check the keyword parameters and we check if anyone has a default value. There is, which is happening for register as which is having default value as deregister. So we look at its position 3. Okay, so the same thing is applied over here. Hash pp plus q minus kpdpt plus 1. Hash pp is 0, q is 3 and kpdpt is 1. So its position is 3. So at the third place I'm supposed to enter the default value. Okay, before than that I need to know how many values are there in the AP tab, and for that I told you we have to add this hash pp with hash kp. So 0 plus 3, that is 3. So there will be totally 3 values, 1, 2 and 3. Then I have to fill the values then I have to fill the actual values in this AP tab. Okay, for that first look at your KPDPT, go to index 1 and see if there are any keyword parameters with default value. Yes, so fill the default value first in the AP tab. Okay, and to fill any keyword parameter, I told you we use this formula of hash pp plus q minus kpdpt plus 1. Hash pp is 0, which is coming from this MNT. Okay, what is this q? Q happens to be the index value in KP tab for register, which is 3. So q will be 3. KPDPT is 1. So when I substitute in this formula, the value is becoming 3. So at third position in AP tab, I'm supposed to enter this default value. Okay, and then okay, we are going to write for others. So we will look at keyword parameters. So the keyword parameters will be MV is equal to C. Okay, so when we look at MV equal to C, I told you it's a keyword parameter. So look at its position in KP tab, that is 1. Okay, so hash pp will be 0, q will be 1, kpdpt will be 1 and there is a plus 1. So we are actually referring to which position? We are referring to the first position if you substitute. So what am I supposed to write in AP tab? I am supposed to write a C. Okay, and then we look at the second value over here. Second actual value in this call, INV is equal to D. So look at the position of INV in keyword parameter. It is at 2. So Q is equal to 2. So hash pp is 0, Q is equal to 2, kpdpt is 1 and plus 1. That value turns out to be 2. So at 2 I am supposed to write the value called as D. There are no more parameters being passed in this macro call. So I have to do my expansion now. Okay, for that please look at your MEC. What's your MEC? It's 1. Go to line number 1 and then write this over here. So we write here plus we write move r, and what else is there? It says p comma hash 3 and p comma hash 1. Okay, so p comma hash 3 means look at your current AP tab. Okay, and p comma hash 3 is your D register, and p comma hash 1 happens to be C. So we have to write here D register, okay, and happens to be C. Okay, so if you look at the previous macro call, the default value got overwritten saying use B register, but here in the second macro call we did not have any we did not send any value for register, so the default value will be considered. Okay, next we increment MEC value by 1. Okay, so MEC value becomes 2. Okay, so it is incremented sequentially. So far we have learned only we have seen only sequential incrementation. So it is add p comma hash 3 and p comma hash 2. So p comma hash 3 is B register, sorry, p comma hash 3 is D register, and p comma hash 2 is D. Please look at your current AP tab. Okay, so this AP tab was for the previous macro call. This is our current macro call, and I told you the AP tab gets overwritten. So the current the value at third position is D register, the value at second position is D. So we will write here plus add, okay, B register comma D, and once I finish with that line, we increment the MEC value. The MEC value becomes 3. So look at the third line, it's a move M p comma hash 3 and p comma hash 1. Look at your current AP tab. So 3 is D register, 1 is C. Okay, so here I've got here plus move M, okay, D register comma C. And once we finish with that line, MEC will be incremented by 1. So MEC becomes 4. So I go to my MDT and 4 is men. So I have finished with the body of the macro. I finished this macro call, and once I finish this expansion, I go to the next line, which happens to be end. End is compared with the name of the macro, and there is no match. So it's not a macro call, so it writes it as it is. Okay, so this is how we have this code being expanded for default parameters. So once I have considered where default value gets overwritten, and once I have considered that the default value is retained.